Today, we're diving back into the ongoing legal drama involving Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Honestly, this situation is getting more complicated by the week. There are fresh updates that have sparked even more online discussions, and it doesn't seem like things are calming down anytime soon. For a quick refresher, this entire mess stems from the making of It Ends With Us, where Blake starred and Justin directed. During production, Blake accused Justin of fostering a toxic work environment, including claims about him improvising intimate scenes without consent and behaving inappropriately off set. Blake then filed a formal complaint, followed by a lawsuit. Justin didn't stay quiet either. He fired back with a colossal $400 million defamation lawsuit, alleging that Blake, her husband Ryan Reynolds, and their publicist orchestrated a campaign to ruin his reputation. Since then, the situation has only escalated, and today we're unpacking some huge new revelations. One of the biggest bombshells, Blake actually launched a hidden lawsuit in 2024 using a company called Van Zandt Inc. This wasn't made public at the time. Through this company, Blake's legal team was able to subpoena key communications, which is how they got hold of those text messages involving Justin's former publicist, Stephanie. If you remember, those texts suggested behind-the-scenes efforts to tarnish Blake's reputation, with statements like, "We can bury anyone." Back when these messages first surfaced, people wondered how Blake had gotten access to them, considering no public lawsuit had been filed at that point. Now we know she had filed anonymously through this shell company. Van Zandt Inc. is a Delaware-based company with little available public information. Blake is listed under her married name, Blake Reynolds, as the CEO. The anonymous lawsuit, commonly referred to as a Doe suit, didn't name specific defendants but allowed her legal team to legally obtain private communications relevant to her case. Her lawyers insist that using a shell company was a lawful strategy to uncover crucial evidence. According to them, Doe suits are a legitimate tool when trying to expose potential misconduct. On the flip side, Justin's legal team, particularly his attorney Brian Friedman, has harshly criticized the move. He described it as an abuse of the legal system, arguing that Blake's camp bypassed the usual safeguards that would have allowed Justin to challenge the subpoenas before they were issued. Friedman stated bluntly that Van Zandt had no legitimate connection to the case and accused Blake's team of filing a baseless lawsuit purely to gain access to private documents. He even argued that filing such a case constituted bad faith and a flagrant abuse of process. To break it down, back in September 2024, this company linked to Blake filed an anonymous complaint in New York. The lawsuit itself claimed that unknown defendants violated agreements of confidentiality and loyalty, causing damage to the plaintiff's, aka Blake's, reputation and business interests. The lawsuit sought financial damages and other remedies. By filing this way, Blake's legal team could subpoena communications without tipping off the targets right away. And that's how they obtained those explosive text messages. Sources close to Blake have said she knew this tactic would be controversial and that she spent months preparing for the emotional toll it might take. One insider explained that Blake couldn't sit back knowing she didn't take a stand against something she believed was deeply wrong. Especially as a mother, she feels it's important to show her daughters that silence isn't the answer in the face of injustice. Right now, according to sources, Blake's main focus remains her family, and she's taking things day by day. Despite all the controversy swirling around her, Blake still earned a major accolade, a spot on Time magazine's list of the 100 most influential people of 2025. In her Time profile, civil rights attorney Sherilyn Ifill praised Blake not for her acting or her celebrity status, but for her philanthropic efforts and commitment to understanding America's deep-rooted social issues. Ifill recounted how Blake and Ryan reached out in 2019 to support the NAACP Legal Defense Fund during a critical time for civil rights. According to Ifill, Blake showed genuine curiosity and dedication, wanting to fill in the gaps left by the education she received growing up. Ifill emphasized that Blake is not just a starlet, she's serious, well-informed, and determined to leave the country better for the next generation. Blake responded to the honor on Instagram, posting a heartfelt message alongside her Time 100 portrait. She wrote that being recognized by someone like Sherilyn Ifill was one of the most meaningful moments of her life, and said that her younger self would be blown away by the recognition. Now, naturally, some people online have speculated whether Blake's Time recognition was a strategic move to bolster her public image amid the messy legal fight. Critics pointed to previous incidents, like when Blake visited a donut shop without proper food handling attire, a visit that some thought was a PR stunt that backfired after it led to an investigation of the shop. Similarly, some are wondering if this Time profile is an attempt to reshape public perception, especially after the revelation about the secret lawsuit. However, honestly, whether you view it as image management or just good timing, it's clear that Blake's legal team is playing hardball. What's also obvious is that her lawyers are highly strategic, pulling out maneuvers many people outside of the legal world hadn't even heard of. When everyone was wondering how Blake got those incriminating text messages, few guessed that a stealthy Doe lawsuit was involved. It just shows that Blake's side was prepared to fight this battle carefully, methodically, and with tactics that catch the opposition off guard. So, what's next? We'll have to wait and see. Given how fast new information keeps surfacing, it's unlikely this story is slowing down anytime soon. I'm curious to hear what you guys think about everything that's been unfolding. Do you think Blake's legal strategy was smart, or does it seem shady to you? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next update. Take care, everyone.